Ryan, not too sure where to start with that one. Try not to make this interview 20 minutes long because so much has happened. It felt like 2 hours long. Let's start reverse order, I guess. The winning penalty.
Yeah, no, it was, to be fair, I said to the lads, we practiced it twice this week. We did Tuesday, Thursday, because especially now where there's no extra time, you know it could come down to that in such a tight game. So the lads, even the ones that were saved, I think obviously the keepers made 2 really good saves. I thought Oggy's was a really good pen and the keepers made a really good one. So the lads who missed, they were still confident in taking it. So I think the practice paid off. And then it just kind of falls to me to kind of score the winner, but I could have easily missed and we have to go again. So, but yeah, obviously more for the lads, delighted that I could help them out in that moment, and they've deserved it, not necessarily just for today but for the whole season. They've been absolutely incredible, and just that spirit I said before the game, I think the spirit would get us through it, and I honestly did believe that. They've worked so hard this week, and maybe a bit too hard with the amount of injuries we've got today, but credit to them because they never once gave up. At half time it was a difficult dressing room because obviously I think we were a little bit rabbit in headlights for some people, and you've got to remember the young lads. You're playing against a very experienced and a very good side who we came 2 weeks ago and beat 4-0. So you could see they really had kind of the bit between the teeth right from the off, and they won a lot of kind of second balls, and it made it difficult for us, and especially with the wind as well. So yeah, half time was difficult, but for the lads to come out, show the spirit, the subs. You always say that you're going to need everyone dug in completely. So yeah, obviously unbelievable feeling at the moment. Probably not quite sunk in to be in the playoff final, but that's for the lads and it's for the fans as well. You've seen how many we brought today. The bus journey down was brilliant, and it just keeps that good factor rolling.
Yeah, just on the conditions, just obviously you were out there. How difficult was the wind? Because obviously first half we found it extremely difficult. Yeah. Second half you see that you start to get foothold in the game. Yeah. How big was it?
It was massive. We got here and actually it was really calm, and then it just suddenly about 10 minutes before kick-off picks up, and it was so difficult. I don't think from the side you probably realise how difficult it was, but you could see going down that our left-hand side, their right-hand side, the ball drifted there, and we did the exact same to them, to be honest. What they did to us in the first half, put balls in good areas, and mistakes happen at this level of football. It happens at every level of football. So it was a big factor in the game.
And the amount of things that went wrong throughout the game, they just didn't seem to be going our way. I mean, George goes off injured in the first half. Billy comes on, hamstring goes immediately. Mullers comes on, Jaden goes to right back. Change formation at the break, Shep back in. Mullers goes off injured then. Noah to right back. I mean, you just couldn't make it up.
No, you couldn't. You honestly couldn't. Shep, you've got to mention Shep as well. Absolute warrior today. His hamstring went after about 2 minutes after the first header. And you can see straight away. And so that was really hard. And George, obviously, who's been excellent for us at right back, takes a nasty tackle. And obviously looks a sore one. Billy comes on, 30 seconds in, hamstring goes. And then you bring Mullers on in the second half, who I thought really influenced the game actually for 10-15 minutes. And then he turns to me and says, his ham is going. So everyone has had to really put in a shift today. Everyone's had to play a position they're not necessarily used to. Credit to Jaden, he's had to play about 6 different positions today, but that's the maturity of him. But it's also, as a collective, it's the spirit they've got. I keep saying that word because that's what they've got in abundance. No one went, I don't want to play there. They just got on with it and went, I'll do it for the team. And so just an unbelievable effort from everyone involved.
Got to mention Miguel Kasama, 2 goals, obviously just the equaliser being in just after a 90-minute mark. Incredible. Yeah,
do you know what? He trained really well this week, and it kind of, Des has obviously been struggling with a bit of a back injury, so we didn't want to kind of risk that. But I said to Miggs in the week, if you train well, you feel confident on the Saturday, and you could tell, especially second half, he looked a handful. And for him to score 2, unbelievable. The second one, an unbelievable strike from the edge of the box. But again,
slight deflection.
Yeah, a little deflection, but at least he had a shot. And the first one, he's in the right place at the right time. So I'm really pleased for him because at times I think he gets a bit of a hard kind of time because obviously he's a big lad and I don't think he gets much from the refs because they look at his size, but really pleased for him, and obviously his 2 goals gets us to pens, and that's with us missing a penalty at 2-0. So I'm not overly pleased with because we do have that up on the board. I'm not going to name names because it doesn't matter, but it was one of them where, but fair play to Des, he kind of had the corners to go up and take one. We missed it, but we could have easily then gone, do you know what, it's not going to be our day.
That's how it seemed.
It seemed that you go 2-0 and I think, to be honest, they probably thought that because they started making a couple of changes, and for us to kind of get the 2 goals, and then, to be honest, going into pens, I felt confident. I felt it's difficult for them because you're 2-0 up and you go, wow, we've thrown away a 2-goal lead and we've got to go to pens. And I thought their keeper was absolutely excellent on the day, to be fair. He's made some great saves during the game. So, but you take it there, you give yourself a chance, and we've taken that chance.
Got to mention Ali Hughes as well. There's no hiding that the second goal was
Yeah.
largely down to him, but to step up in that shootout and save not one but two penalty kicks,
Exactly.
incredible again.
No, he was emotional at the end, and fair play to him. It's a game full of emotions. The second goal, he obviously knows he can do better, but I think you've got to look back at Ali's record since he came in, how many clean sheets he's kept, how many crucial saves he's made. He actually makes one, I think, in the second half down there. It's an unbelievable save, which stops it going from 3-0. So, and then I fancied him in the pens. I really did, because it's sometimes that redemption moment, and he deserves that, because he had a tough start to the season with his injury, but since he's come back he's been outstanding. So I'm really pleased for him, and pleased that individuals get those moments, because it's a long season, you put a lot of hard work into it, so for those moments for those lads to have is special.
And just the scenes at full time after, once you hit the back of net, that penalty, were incredible, weren't they? I mean,
Yeah.
your two daughters, obviously your dad went flying in there
Yeah,
somewhere.
don't know what he's doing.
But yeah, just a great moment.
Yeah, unbelievable moment. To be honest, I was confident, and like I said, it's a penalty. I always think at least you've taken one. If you miss, but at least you've kind of had the ball to take it, and obviously the ball's rolled on the spot a little bit, so I've kind of took another take now. And then I'd always pretty much gone that way in shootout, so I was confident. And then the scenes at the end, obviously, that's what it means to him. Honestly, that's what it means to him. It means that for the fans, it means that for the players, and I've never seen Fats move so quick, to be honest, over 40 yards. So, but again, unbelievable job from him today, because obviously Sutty's not here, so that's a massive fine, by the way, because that's a shambles. But obviously Fats in the dugout on his own, I know he's got the lads around him, it's a big moment for him as well, so he deserves a massive thank you for that. And he's come on so much, and he's a really important part with the lads. I know he's probably wanted to maybe play a bit more, and he's kind of put that to bed a little bit this year, but his thoughts and his input is invaluable, so I'm really pleased for him as well. So yeah, unbelievable scenes at the end. We'll enjoy tonight, we'll enjoy tomorrow, and we'll go again next week. I believe it's Beverley in the final.
I think so, yeah. Just on that, obviously I think it was a 2-2 draw there early on in the season. Thoughts on that one? It's going to be a very tough game.
Yeah, it's slightly different, it's a tighter pitch. They're a good side, really good side, to be honest. I think obviously they were unlucky last year not to go up, so they'll really want to do it this year, but they're a good side, and there's been nothing really between us in the two games, to be honest. I know the first game of the season we won in the last minute, and I thought the draw would have been a fair result, so it'll be a really nice week for us this week, preparing on and off the pitch. We need to get some bodies back, because we've had a lot of injuries today, but we'll enjoy tonight, we'll enjoy the coach journey, and just kind of take a step back tonight and enjoy those moments.
Well done, Ryan.
Cheers, mate.